So we got to talk about not just getting the appointments, but actually getting the conversions, because the appointments are great, but we actually got to convert them more to make a sale to actually make the money. So if we're actually doing a paperless listing presentation, let's say with an iPad like this, man, how cool would this be, and how impressed would your sellers be? So I want to actually play the role of the real estate agent, and you play the role of the seller for a minute. So I might say something to the effect of, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, the most important thing is we got to get the most amount of money as well as sell the house in the shortest period of time possible. So in order to do that, we got to talk about the 3 Ps: presentation, promotion, and price. Now with presentation, we got to make sure the photos are phenomenal, because anybody can take a photo like this. I could take it, you could take it, but a professional photographer who actually takes it and actually does the work to actually make it HD quality, that's going to make an impression online, and that's where we got to really create that really cool impression online, because that's where everybody's looking, of course, first before they take a look at the property. Now promotion, listen, anybody can actually put it into the multiple listing service, right? So it doesn't matter almost who you list with when it comes to that piece. We got to talk more about a Web 2.0 marketing strategy. So using things like Facebook. So I want to talk a little bit about that piece, in particular a Facebook fan page. The reason why we want to create a Facebook fan page for your house is because we're not just selling this particular home, we're selling the entire community. All the great links about the schools and the businesses, all that stuff would be right here on the fan page. So people will be more inclined to hopefully buying your house because of the community that's around it. We're also going to make a really cool YouTube video. Now that YouTube video, of course, it's got to be on YouTube because that's the #2 search engine that's used out there. And then there's going to be motion and music and awesome photos. So it's actually going to create an emotional connection between the buyer and your house before they even come and take a look at it. So that's why we got to have that powerful Web 2.0 marketing experience. And then we're going to register a domain name specifically for your home. And now your home is in Bellevue, so I registered Bellevue'sBest.com. When somebody goes there, they're going to see all that great stuff, the YouTube video, the Facebook fan page, market statistics, it's all going to be right there. And then when there's that name strip right, or Bellevue's Best right there, the community members are really going to take a look at that and be impressed, because of the fact that, it's really interesting, but there's a good chance that the person moving into your house is known by somebody in this community. So we got to really get the entire community involved with selling your house. Oh yeah, Bellevue'sBest.com. Then they take a look at it. Oh, I know somebody who might be thinking about moving into our neighborhood. And then we want them to push that out there. So again, it's an entirely different marketing strategy than what a traditional broker might do. Now, as a recap, we're going to create that Facebook fan page, the YouTube video. We're going to register a domain name specifically for your house, build that custom website, have that sign writer, and then we're going to syndicate it out. So what I mean by that is we're not just going to syndicate it onto the multiple listing service, but 23 different other sources, everywhere from Facebook and Craigslist and Walmart.com even. So all those great places where there's a classified section, we want your house to be found there, and we're going to get a lot more exposure to the buyers that are out there. Now, listen, real estate agents, I know you're wondering, gosh, if I make this presentation, how am I going to do that stuff? We're going to do all for you. That's part of the Northpoint social media service. It's called the Listing Makeover. We're just going to do that for you so that you can just impress the socks off your sellers. Now, going back into the role here, now, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I got to talk to you about one additional piece, which is communication. The #1 complaint that sellers have of their real estate agents is the fact that there's not enough communication. So I'm going to promise you that, hey, once a week, there's going to be a phone call. Either myself or my team, we're going to make a contact to you. We just need to touch base, right? So besides the phone call, we got to make sure that every time there's a showing, an agent actually shows the property. What are the buyers saying? How did the agent feel about the pricing on the property? And so we're going to actually make sure that there is some showing feedback that's done. So I get a close to 71% response rate, because we need to know, what are the buyers saying? What's that agent saying about the home? We also got to make sure that every single week, the new actives, the new sales, the new pending, what's going on in the marketplace, because the last thing we want to do is help sell another property because of our pricing, because we didn't know what was going on in the marketplace. So every single week, I'll let you know exactly what's going on in the marketplace, and that's so important in order to get your house sold. Now, in order to get it sold, we got to talk about price, right? And we can't talk about what other houses are selling for. Those are the active listings. We don't want an active, for sale sign. We want a sold sign on your house. In order to do that, we got to do it based upon sold comparables. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, if you and I can pretty much agree to the price, can we go ahead and get started if you got no other questions about the Web 2.0 marketing or the communication? So now, agents, if you were to make a presentation like that, all you got to do is pull out the one piece of paper maybe, which is the listing contract. Get that thing signed. You're going to have higher conversions. You're going to make more money using the Northpoint social media solution.